Hey, this is Megan.
And this is Cory of Casket Robbery, and you're listening to the Brutally Delicious podcast.
You took that whole thing.
Sorry. Let's do it.
One, two, three, four. The Brutally Delicious Podcast. The Brutally Delicious Podcast. The Brutally Delicious Podcast. The Brutally Delicious Podcast.
I am well. Here.
Cool.
Thank you for taking the time. I appreciate it.
Oh, yeah. No, we appreciate you. Thank you.
And I don't know if you saw the emails. This is a new thing. I don't know how it's going to work, but we're trying. I've been doing it all day, and it seems to be going okay so far. We're going to do a Discord thing as well.
Oh, cool.
Awesome. That's so cool.
I'm old. I don't know much about Discord, but my social media team, mostly college kids, they think it's the way to go. So
Yeah, Discord's fun. We've got one of those too.
yeah, I haven't. I'm learning about it as we go, and it took me a while to even figure out how to do what we're doing. So anyway, where you guys at?
Where are we at? We are sitting at a coffee shop right now in, I think, outside Milwaukee.
Yeah.
Oh, you're on the road?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, we are.
Yeah.
How's that going?
Good. We just started last night. So,
First night.
oh, good. So we're still fresh.
First night jitters out of the way?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you still get those?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
Last night we hadn't played for, I think, 6 months over the winter. So it was our first show back, and yeah.
You ever find yourself regretting being out on the road or hitting a certain age where it's like, we got to do this shit again?
Not really. Only when, like, sometimes the van gets really uncomfortable and you're like, damn it, I just want a bed.
Right.
But not really. Like, usually if we miss something like with our families or like birthdays and stuff, that's when those kind of feelings come in. But we make up for them.
Okay. So let's just jump into Casket Robbery then. I guess the best way to do this is let's start with, for fans who don't know you or for viewers who don't know you guys, can you give us the 2-sentence elevator boardroom pitch?
Yeah.
You want to do that?
We are like horror influenced death metal from Madison, Wisconsin. I think the best thing, at least my favorite thing that someone ever wrote about us, was that, like, in a genre categorization is we are death metal with a wink, and I love that. And yeah, that's it.
Yeah. Summarizes it pretty quickly. Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to just jump right in then. So I've got a list of questions, and we can just see where they end up. And I may not even get to them. Sometimes we just end up talking. But Rituals of Death has been praised for its relentless intensity and horror-inspired atmosphere, yet it never crosses into gratuitous shock. How do you approach the balance between brutality and restraint in your songwriting?
Oh, that's an awesome question. I guess that's more geared towards your vocal lyric content.
Yeah, I guess I kind of just write what comes naturally. We watch a whole lot of and are inspired by a whole lot of like cheesy horror movies.
Yes.
And that's like been what I've been drawn to, like my lyric content and stuff, where it borders that dark line but doesn't get like incredibly like death metal-y grotesque and stuff. But I try to get there just in my own way, really. I don't really pay attention to like a line or anything like that. I just kind of do what comes naturally to me.
Okay. Side note, what's your favorite or some of your favorite films or those horror films?
Evil Dead 2.
Yeah, Pumpkinhead.
Yeah.
Scream is a favorite.
Yeah. John Carpenter stuff.
Yeah.
The Thing. Yeah. I'll love
Fair
it.
enough. All right, so we'll stay with this if you don't mind. Many tracks on Rituals of Death, from Death's Dance to Return to the Sky, explore mortality rituals and what lies beyond. Do you see your music as a way of confronting or processing existential questions about life and death?
Yeah. So when I am home and not on the road doing band stuff, I am a death midwife in hospital.
Oh, wow.
And I feel like, though not even meaning to, this album kind of just helped me dive into that and some of the loss that I've experienced over the past kind of 5 years throughout the COVID years and stuff like that. And without even realizing it, it just kind of came out that way. But yeah, I think I found a lot of different, was starting to realize that a lot of these songs I had, like circled around death and all the aspects of it. And so when it came time to name the album, that's what popped into my brain and just kind of ties everything all together.
Is it taken on face value, or is there like a message of hope or something underlying these songs?
I think both. I think what I really just want to get across, especially with that and like the death aspect, is that death isn't this or that, or it's all encompassing. It just is. Death just is. And yeah, that's kind of just the message that, you know.
So how do you hope fans experience or even transcend the darker themes that you're exploring? Because they're not all coming from your background, right? Which has seeped into all of this.
Right. I think it's a very personal kind of thing how everyone takes songs and is able to emote to them. I just hope, like, my hope is that people are able to do that and just take what they need from all of that, and then it helps them in some way.
So one last question on lyrics then. Is there a message or a takeaway after listening to Casket Robbery or Rituals of Death?
I don't know. For me, it's just we just have a dark theme,
Yeah.
and that's just kind of our thing. Like Megan mentioned, maybe the listener can kind of take away what they want from the lyrics.
It's cathartic as well, though, for you guys, right?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, for
Absolutely.
sure. I mean, it felt like, this album, we put our life force into it. And like she said, it's like, it's all just kind of comes out naturally. Nothing was like intentionally, we didn't like set out with an intention with the lyrics or an intentional message. It's just like, that's how we were feeling. And, that's how the album came out.
So you don't approach a writing or a record with a theme in mind. It kind of just organically morphs.
It kind of depends. Like this
Yeah.
this new album that we are finishing up, we do have a concept for, and not that like every song is like it's kind of this like vague concept that kind of all comes together in the end. But it kind of depends. That one was my first full length with Casket, and I kind of just wrote what, like I said, what came naturally, and it kind of ended up being this pretty dark thing, but with our like classic like little Casket, like tongue-in-cheek kind of things thrown into.
Right. I know this is death metal and not really necessarily theatric, but when I'm listening to these songs, I'm picturing like a theme or a horror movie or something to go with it. Are you writing like that on purpose and for the stage? Actually, before you even go any further, assuming that there was no budget in a perfect world here, would this translate into a big stage show as well?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
That's an awesome, yeah, that's exactly how. So like when we start piecing all this stuff together, I'll kind of read her lyrics, and then I try to paint like almost like paint a soundscape that will make you feel like you're in a horror movie or feel like you're experiencing the lyrics. So yeah, that is a huge part of it, and we really enjoy that. And yeah, as far as like doing a big stage show, I mean, that's something that's always been in the back of our mind.
Right, but I'm sure budgets and money and
right,
real life, right?
Yep. But we do we have a very cool visual show right now. It's not like over the top thematic stuff,
Yeah.
but we have very lighting that sets the mood and things like
Sure.
that. Yeah, we definitely do a lot of that.
When you're writing, then, are you writing those songs for how they're going to come across in that live setting, or are you writing them just the song's sake and then sort of adapting them?
Yeah, I don't think of the. Oh man, that's a tough question. yeah, generally I don't really think about the live setting. I'm just trying to get what sounds best for the record. But there are cases where I'm like, oh, this riff will be really cool live, or this part is
Right.
going to be awesome live.
But not necessarily like this is a good place for a breakdown or a mosh pit or whatever.
Right, right, yeah, yeah,
That's one way we kind of, after everything's done, then when we are making our set lists for whatever tour, whatever show, that's the kind of thing that we look for. Then like how it's going to translate on stage and which songs are going to be most effective and things like that.
yeah.
Right. Speaking of set lists, I think the same thing goes with sequencing, right? There's kind of an art to doing that, and maybe it's lost in the sequencing, creating that sort of ebb and flow and taking the listener or the attendee on the journey, right? How difficult is that?
Um, we kind of, all of us in the band kind of have some input on how we think the set should flow. And then sometimes it's kind of a trial and error thing. We'll be out on the road for a couple days and we gauge crowd reaction for certain things or how we're feeling on stage on how things are going and like that energy like transference. And then sometimes we have to like switch things up in the set and something works better here or there needs to be a break in this spot that's a little bit more
or
impactful.
Even some songs we were like, that's just not really flowing, and then we cut that song for specific.
What about when you're putting the record together? Because that's a whole nother, I think, almost a lost art, right? Because nobody's really releasing records.
Yeah.
Right. That's still important to us too.
Yeah.
I mean, for death metal, a lot of people, there are still people that are very picky about buying albums and
yes,
about the flow of the album specifically. So yeah, we put a lot of work into that too. I'll even I noticed a lot for like, if you listen to old Casket, we have kind of like sound effect sampled intros a lot. And I'll even say we've got a really cool song in the album, but like the intro is too long. I'll just cut the intro off, and if it helps the album flow. So I will rearrange stuff specifically for that.
I know I said I wasn't going to go back to the songwriting, but I have a question here that I think I like anyway when I was constructing it. So I'm just going to throw it out at you if you don't mind.
Yeah.
Your lyrics often reference occult themes and ancient myths and the supernatural, such as the curse of Baba Yaga and the old ones. What draws you to these spiritual and mythological narratives, and do you think they still hold relevance today?
I honestly, it's just like the stuff that I'm interested in and all of that. And I feel that it ties in with kind of our brand as a band and all of that. And I do think they still hold relevance. The video that we released for Bone Mother about Baba Yaga, we were very surprised that all of a sudden we had this huge influx of like Russian fans knew the lore of Baba Yaga and like really, really connected with that, which was so cool. Cause I mean, I just thought the story and the lore and everything around it was so cool. So to see that connect with people was really awesome.
I really dig it. And that's, I think, what drew me the most to you guys when I was reading it is because you don't know me, but I am a PhD candidate in religious studies with a focus on the intersection of religion and metal, and not just Christianity, just religion in general, because I'm not a religious guy. But I really dig that kind of stuff. And talking to all these bands, I was talking to a band from I think they're Thailand, Dharma. It's a Buddhist death metal band, and they have actual Buddhist monks playing in the band. It's really intriguing and interesting.
Cool.
Yeah, that is so cool.
Yeah,
I like that backstory, and I don't think you can escape religion in metal anyway, right? I think it's there or not there on purpose, or saying something about it, or it's there, right?
Yep.
Yeah, it's a big part of that. Yeah.
So what do you guys have next? I know you said you started yesterday. How long does this run take you?
This run is really short. We are playing a festival out in Casper, Wyoming this weekend. We're going to head out to Milwaukee Metal Fest tonight and hang out with a bunch of our friends. And then we'll hit it's Oil City Brewing Company, Beer Company in Casper. Then we are playing Denver, Colorado and Lincoln, Nebraska, just to tie up this weekend.
Right.
We'll be home for about a week. And then we hit the Hell Howler tour with our friends in Autumn Lies Buried and My Own Will.
Oh, nice.
We were supposed
Actually,
to
My
have.
Own Will, I'm going to interrupt you for a second. My Own Will was the first band on the podcast, I don't know,
Oh, rad.
however many years ago. Yeah, I love that band.
Yeah, they are
Yeah.
so awesome.
We've played with them before too, so
Yeah.
it's just gonna be so much fun being on
Yeah.
the road with them. And we got a
So I didn't mean to interrupt you.
Oh, you're
No.
great. That one takes us like May 29th through the 15th of June. So we hit like a lot of Midwest and then a lot of like East Coast. And I think we have like 4 shows in Florida. Yeah.
Yeah.
That we're stoked about. Be real warm.
Yeah.
But we're looking forward to that one too. Unfortunately, we had a Nicolas Cage fighter from Australia was supposed to come over and be on that one, but there was some problems with the visa. So we're just gonna make the best of it and have a blast.
Awesome. And if fans want to find you guys, where can they do so?
We are on every social media thing I think possibly under Casket Robbery or just casketrobbery.com.
Yeah, you'll get all the links there.
Okay. So now, if you don't mind, my social media team also suggests that I do all these little shorts. Now, they're going to have nothing to do with Casket Robbery or Metal. They're just fun. They blast them out. They do really well. You game?
Yeah. Let's do it.
So nothing's off limits. Say whatever you want to say. If it's don't like it, we can move on. I'm going to start easy. Is a hot dog a sandwich?
Ooh. No.
No.
Come on.
I don't know why, but no.
I don't know if I have sound effects here. Can you hear that? It has to be a sandwich. What's your hang up on why it's not a sandwich?
I
That
don't
little
know.
piece of bread?
That was my knee jerk.
It's
just
the,
like
the shape.
that was it.
Yeah.
The
I
shape.
get it.
So
I
what,
get where you're coming from. I get
but
it.
what is a hoagie then? That's not a sandwich?
Yeah, that is.
Yeah.
I know. I
I
All
think
right.
a hot dog is its own thing. It's
You're 0 for 3 right now. What is or 0 for 1? Is cereal a soup?
oh my god. I know what I'm gonna say, but I don't know if it's correct. No.
Hang on. We're gonna go back. It has to be. What's your hang up there?
That's fair. That's super fair. Like, I get it. But
That's
no.
it. You get it. You're not gonna go any further than
I
that.
get why we want to say it's a soup, like if we want, but
My show though, it has to be a soup. You're 0 for 2.
Okay.
Name 3 swear words that really aren't swear words.
oh,
Ass.
all of them.
All of them.
I would agree with you probably.
Yeah.
Are we okay still or
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
name 3 things people hide under their mattress?
Money. Porn.
Porn. Yep.
I was waiting for that one.
Dirty clothes.
Dirty. Ugh.
All right, well, now that you're there, name 3 things you should never borrow.
Underwear.
Yes, that's my number 1.
A toothbrush.
Yes.
Yeah.
Socks. It's gross.
I would say so too. I don't know which one's worse, underwear or socks. Bullet to the head, I don't know which one I'm taking.
Oh yeah.
Socks or underwear?
Socks.
I would do socks. Yeah, for sure.
Name 3 places a dog owner may find a turd.
On the floor.
Oh man, I don't know.
Sorry, I know you didn't expect this at all.
In the food bowl.
Ew. Or the water bowl.
Oh yeah, that's gross.
All right, so last one of these anyway. Name a complaint a goldfish might have about the bowl he lives in.
It's too small.
Dirty. Too dirty.
I would go with both of those.
Yeah.
All right, so are we still good? I got one more. I know I keep saying it's the
Yeah.
last
Oh,
one.
keep going. Yeah. These are awesome.
You're in a grocery store. What 3 things can you purchase that would make the clerk the most embarrassed or uncomfortable?
Yeah, I've thought about this a lot. Rope,
Wow.
rope.
Like waiting for this interview.
Okay. Yeah. This is it. This is it. Rope, KY jelly, and a hammer.
Wow. Okay. And then lastly, I know I keep saying it, but we have time and you're not offended, right? You're good?
No, we're good.
Yeah.
Name 3 places sand gets stuck after a beach trip.
In your butt.
Yeah, butt crack is the biggest one. Toes.
Ugh.
I hate that feeling.
Yeah.
Hair and mouth. Mouth is the worst.
Ugh.
I don't know. I think the nether regions might be bad.
Yeah. A lot of friction there.
Yes, a lot of friction. So now that we've done this and you've got a decent sense of humor, you're not easily offended, right?
No. We're good.
All right, so we're gonna step it up for 1 second and then we'll move on. And if you hate it,
All right.
this one is called Dirty Minds. You ready?
Yeah.
Ready.
All I want you to do is tell me what I'm describing, but keep in mind it may not necessarily be the most obvious dirty thing.
Okay.
Deal.
All right. Your mouth makes me juicy. When I'm finished, you're left holding my stick. Sometimes I come in a truck.
Popsicle.
Holy shit! Yeah.
Good. You're good.
Hold on.
Nice.
Oh, that's not the right one. Sorry. I've got a crowd somewhere. All right, last one. I get a rise from your pole. If I'm not getting blown, I go limp. I'm prominently hung.
You have to answer it because I already know what it is.
You know, I have no idea.
There's no way. You're going to redeem yourself for the hot dog and the cereal if you get this right.
A flag?
Holy shit! Totally redeemed. I take back all the bad things I said about you earlier. I know you didn't expect any of that. Sorry, I just like to have a little fun at the end.
No,
Hope that wasn't too bad.
No, love it.
No.
And
That's
lastly,
great.
before we go, I appreciate you taking the time. I haven't seen your routing. I don't know if you get over to Richmond, but hopefully I'll get to catch you.
Oh,
We
might be close. Yeah.
Now,
I can take a look at it online or whatever. But
Yeah, we
yeah,
might
if
be
you come
real
this,
close to there.
here, I got it here. One second.
yeah, no worries.
We probably go through. We're North Carolina is the closest, it looks like.
1819.
Because we're doing the Rooster and Eagles Dare. We're doing Gastonia and Wilmington.
Oh, okay.
But our other one is Maryland too there. So
Oh, okay, that's not too far. Maybe I'll catch you there.
yeah.
Okay, cool.
Awesome. Anyway, thank you for taking the time and for playing along and taking the journey. I appreciate it.
Hell yeah. Thank
This
you
was
so
super
much.
Fun.
Be safe on the road.
Thank you.
All right, bye.